What up, what up, what up? We coming at you about an hour late for our normal 10 minutes with Tim time. Normally I do this at 9 o'clock. It is now 10 o'clock and I'm still not home from doing all my running around this morning. So I figured I'll just stop in a parking lot and make it happen. So it's 10 o'clock on a Friday. It's time for 10 minutes with Tim, where I give you 10 minutes worth of my 2 cents. And this morning show, I'm just going to kind of talk about something random. So it's going to be a little bit about my business and whatnot. Not trying to sell you anything, just like some things that happened in my business recently. I might be covering up my microphone. Let me hold it more like that and see if I wasn't covering up that microphone. So yesterday was a delivery day for me. So I print t-shirts and then I deliver those t-shirts to the businesses that buy them from me. It's just one of the services that I offer, right? I just deliver the shirts to the local businesses. Obviously if you're out of town, I ship them, but local businesses, you don't have to come to me. I'll just bring them to you, right? For the most part. So yesterday, and I also have a paint crew that paints houses. And so I have a paint job going on right now too. So yesterday I left my house at like 7:15, right? To get to, actually more like 7, right? To get to this job by 8. I had to stop and get paint, go to the job, be there by 8 to meet the guys and get them started. And then I left from there and went back home, printed some shirts, and then went out on deliveries. Well, I had to drive about an hour to where these deliveries go, right? And I had 4 deliveries to make. And I wanted to stop at Target and buy myself a new bicycle. Like a pedal bicycle, right? Yeah, like old school. Something I haven't ridden in a few years, right? So here's the where I'm going with this. I leave the house. I drive to Destin, which is, like I said, about an hour away. I drop off the first order. I drop off the second order. I drop off the third order. And then I go to Target and I buy this bicycle. And then I drive back home. And I get home and I'm like, I didn't drop off all the shirts that I needed to drop off. I missed an order. Still in the truck. So the way that a lot of people would have reacted to that would have been like, man, now I got to go all the way back to Destin to drop these shirts off, waste all this time, right? Driving around, wasting time when I was just there. Like I could have done the thing. I was literally just there. And so this morning, I got back up, went back to the paint job, got the guys started, and drove back to Destin to drop off these shirts, right? And now I'm on my way home. I stopped on my way home to make this video to go live for you guys because, it's 10 minutes with Tim Day. But the point of all that was to say that at no point in any of that stuff going wrong and me having to drive the same trip twice in 2 days and all of this stuff, all because of a mistake that I made, right? Did I get frustrated or pissed off or upset about anything? I just realized that I made a mistake. Now I have to deal with what I have to do to fix that mistake. And now it's all done, right? Like, it's fine. You can, when things happen that are within or outside of your control that don't go your way, you don't have to get super upset and pissed off about it. You can just go on about your business. You can continue to go on about your day. You don't have to get fired up and, oh man, I got to drive all the way back out there, blah, 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 blah. you're going to have to drive out there anyway. You're going to have to do the thing anyway. You might as well do it in a good mood instead of do it in a bad mood, right? So when bad things happen, when things go wrong and they don't go to plan, just adjust. Just do it. Just figure out what you have to do to make it right and get it done. There's no sense in getting upset about it. You typically getting upset about it, I kind of talked about this in a previous video, is just going to make it worse. Whereas if you just be like, well, it's done now. I've got to go out there. I've got to do this thing, whether I'm pissed off or whether I'm happy. Doesn't matter. The thing has to happen either way. So you might as well do it happy, right? You might as well just be like, well, now I can stop by my favorite restaurant for lunch or whatever the case is, right? Plan around the mistake, make it better than what it was. Maybe I need to get something at Walmart and, I can stop by Walmart now while I'm out. But I don't need to do that, but I'm just using that as an example of like, if something goes wrong and you have to adjust, try to make it seem a positive thing instead of a negative thing. And overall, you're going to end up better in the long run. Getting pissed off and upset about stuff just doesn't ever do any good. It only makes things worse. So, as you guys know, I am starting to repeat myself because I do that. I'm rambling a little bit. So I think that's going to be 10 minutes. I don't know if we made it to 10 minutes. We probably made it to 8.5. But that'll be 10 minutes with Tim, where I give you 10 minutes worth of my 2 cents. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you share, like, invite your friends to like the page. I'm working on a plan to initiate some sort of Facebook group type situation, right? Where you guys can communicate with each other and we can communicate with you guys outside of the page where we can only comment on posts, right? Like this way we can communicate in more of a open forum type situation. So working on something like that. Don't forget to go check out BetweenThievesApparel.com, where you can get 10% off by using the code Grayscale10, GRAYSCALE10. Gets you 10% off. There's some pretty cool stuff there. Those hats. Let me see. Hang on. Check it. The hats are in the store. Like, boom. Psh, you can be just as cool as me if you go get one, right? So, yeah. That's it. 10 minutes with Tim, where I give you 10 minutes worth of my 2 cents. The grayscale is going black.